Good morning, everyone. That's some great photography there that we just saw. So welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name is Alessandra Galloni. I'm editor-in-chief of Reuters. I'm thrilled to welcome all of you in the room and all of you everywhere. Reuters is our flagship series of live events. We explore issues that are crucial to our understanding of the world. We run this event in New York, in Singapore, in Abu Dhabi, and next year for the first time in London. And this is an opportunity for us to come together, all of us, to look beyond the daily news headlines, which of course we're on top of all the time, and to ask the big questions about our future. And of course, there are many questions to discuss. Wars in Ukraine, in Gaza, Sudan, Democratic Republic of the Congo, mounting tensions in Iran, Taiwan, Venezuela, and dramatic changes to global trade that were triggered by U.S. tariffs. We have shifting geopolitical alliances, political chaos in democracies that were hitherto stable, troubled efforts to combat climate change, and of course, the great unknown of artificial intelligence. There's also the issue of dialogue itself. More and more, even in democratic societies, dialogue has actually devolved into an endless and increasingly bitter shouting match. Many governments are targeting press freedoms in a bid to silence or to undermine that reporting that helps people understand the world around them and that we care deeply about. At Reuters, we are very concerned about the state of press freedoms. That said, we've been around for a long time, and we've been covering difficult and dangerous parts of the world for many years. That includes China and Russia, where we have a significant presence. We are not intimidated or swayed, and our brand of independent, reliable, unbiased reporting has served us well for more than 174 years. It is at the heart of what we do every day. Without fear or favor, we report the news, we investigate abuses around the world, while also seeking to encourage that dialogue that we deeply believe helps leaders, organizations, individuals make informed decisions. The discussions on the Reuters Next Stage today and tomorrow will address all of these issues and more with policymakers, with CEOs, with thought leaders. In a few minutes, I'm going to be sitting down with UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres to discuss Ukraine, the Middle East, changing power dynamics in global democracy, climate, and other crises. Also, we're going to hear this morning from Joseph Livornia, the counselor to the U.S. Secretary of Treasury, on the bright spots and the concerns about the U.S. economy. I'll be back this afternoon to sit down with Wikipedia founder Jimmy Wales and also with one of my favorite cultural icons, Sarah Jessica Parker of Sex and the City fame. And we're going to talk about her new documentary about librarians that are fighting book banning in the U.S. Might throw in a few questions about Sex and the City and dating, fashion. We'll see how it goes. The main stage is also going to feature many other great speakers, including Syrian Central Bank Governor Abdelkader al-Surhey, prominent media executive Shari Redstone, NBC Universal Studios chairperson Perlena Igbokwe, as well as the CEO of Ferrovial, Ignacio Madridejos, and Estee Lauder CEO Stéphane de la Faverie. We have an amazing lineup of speakers on our finance and market stage today also, and on our tech stage tomorrow. And you're also going to see a live production of our Econ World podcast this morning when our podcast Carl Kremens is going to talk with Sally Busby, our editor for the US and Canada, and our Federal Reserve correspondent Howard Schneider. And they'll be talking about the US and the global economy. Every editorial session will be moderated by a Reuters journalist. These are professionals who work tirelessly every day to give people around the world access to reliable information. And I'm hoping they're going to ask some hard questions too. And so, to kick us off, I'd like to invite on the stage the UN, there he is, Secretary General Guterres. Thank you. Welcome and good morning.
It's a great pleasure to be back.
Great pleasure to be back. Well, indeed, it is a back, because, of course, you and I sat here exactly 2 years ago, and could you have imagined 2 years ago that at least 2 wars that were waging then? It was the beginning of the war in Gaza. It was nearly 2 years into the war in Ukraine. Could you imagine that those wars would still be waging and that we'd have more?
I sincerely hoped that that would not be the case, but I was not very optimistic at the time, and I think I had good reasons not to be optimistic. We see that for the moment negotiations in relation to Ukraine are stuck with a clear difference of position of both sides. And on the other hand, Gaza, we have a ceasefire. Even now, ceasefires are something in which people go on shooting. But, I mean, at least it's much less than what it was. But there are lots of question marks about the future. Now, I think it's important in relation to the Ukraine, in the present moment, not to forget the principles. First, it was Russia that invaded Ukraine, not the other way around. And second, when we look at a conflict, the solution of the conflict should abide by international law, which means the Charter, and which means the respect for the territorial integrity of states. Is it going to be so? Probably not. But this could not be. The violation of these rules is extremely dangerous, because everywhere in the world people will feel that they can do whatever they want, because international law doesn't matter anymore. And so I hope that the way the negotiations end will respect these principles, even if I understand that that will not be easy. And in relation to Gaza, I think it's important to make the ceasefire work. I think it's important that the resolution that the General Assembly, that the Security Council approved, with the proposal of the United States, is implemented. There is the creation of the Peace